The program at James Madison University is intended to prepare student affairs professionals who will have that opportunity to truly understand what the profession is about and also be very well prepared to actually do the work. We take the knowledge that students learn in the classroom to understand theory, to understand the trends and the issues in higher education, and then they're able to put that into practice in both their assistantship and their practicum.
Over the summer, I had the opportunity to create my own practicum experience with the Center for Multicultural Student Services. What I wanted from my summer practicum experience was more work with assessment and more stuff behind the scenes, and I definitely had that opportunity with CMS's summer programs where they had these camps that would come to campus, and I worked behind the scenes to gather information from past participants so they can build a better picture for the success of their program and the participants that go through it.
There's a good balance between the classroom aspect and also the experiential learning aspect, and so I think JMU focuses on making sure that we learn material in the classroom but also have the opportunity to implement it in the field in more of a practical experience.
I tell you, our students, when they go to those job interviews, they blow people away because our program is very intentional in terms of, you can see from our website, we're counseling based and we're experiential based, and we also have assessment. But I love too when they'll ask that question is, tell us one theory you advocate and how you use it. You talk about, I learned this theory in class, and in my assistantship we created an assessment instrument where we determined where students were at in a pretest, and then we did an intentional intervention with performance-based objectives. We created by instructional design a program and an intervention that moved them along in terms of the theory to the next stage, the next vector, or whatever that may be. And the people across from you interviewing you will not only say, boy, this person's the best person for the job, they will say, we need them because I don't know what they're talking about. And that's true, and our students will, when they go for those job interviews, we hear that all the time.
Simulation University let me know how to do a budget and how to handle a budget cut, and let me handle sort of the things that came to me every day. All the work that we did with assessment helped me understand learning outcomes and how to create those learning outcomes and then find out if we've met them. And then being able to sit in a room with a student who was telling me about the challenges of his family, but to be present in the room with the student because of my counseling experience and counseling classes here really have made a difference. And for me to be able to come back and serve this community 18 years later, I never would be able to have had the success I've had in my career and to be able to make the difference in the lives of others without the foundation I got from the College Student Personnel Administration program here at JMU.
The faculty members are actual living practitioners, so you're actually gaining insight from people who have done this work for numerous amount of years, and you're gaining this insight from them that hopefully you'll be able to take with you as you go into your experience.
It's been a really unique experience. I got to go through the class, be a student, and then learn more about assessment, and now I'm teaching it to CSPA students. I really believe in student affairs, and so I wanted to be part of the movement to help bring assessment into student affairs and make it much more robust in the field.
We're offered the opportunity to question university practices in very applicable way, but we also get to question our own values and judgment about what goes on in universities, and being in class and being able to kind of wonder about those things out loud. We get to come to more useful understandings about really tough topics that are present in university work.
One of the reasons I chose the organization development assistantship in student activities and involvement is because I wanted an experience that I hadn't had previously. I was just looking for something completely different, out of my comfort zone, so that I could really challenge myself. I've gotten to supervise students, plan large-scale events like our student org night, collaborate with some really amazing offices and meet some really cool people and make those connections and network with other folks.
Almost every week we go to a professional development session, and then we also have to go to external professional developments as well. One of those opportunities could be conferences. We actually get a travel fund in the program to be able to travel to different conferences. One of the most popular ones is the Virginia Student Services Conference, which I actually presented at this year. It's really cool to be able to go to those different opportunities and network and meet other people and work on different skills that you could build while you're here in the program.
I chose JMU CSPA program, one, because it's counseling based, I'm very passionate about mental health issues and how we're going to tackle those issues in the future with our students in higher education. And so the counseling-based program, I'm interested in learning more theories and techniques and how to apply those to help students no matter what office I'm interested in. And I also really love the cohort size and the community. Everyone at JMU is very welcoming.
Another benefit to the cohort is that it's very similar to a staff or department team that you could have in the future. I think that as a cohort we've kind of formed, stormed, and normed. That's very student affairs-y, but we're comfortable discussing things on a deeper level with one another because we know each other so well. And I think that's very similar to what you're going to experience if you work on a staff. You're going to get used to people, you're going to be able to talk to people in different ways, and you're going to have to work through problems. And I think that it's preparing you for the future in a way that you didn't even expect.